UCB Toys, back here for another Cars 3 Diecast review. Today, we'll be taking a look at Ponchy Wipeout, who is a bumper save racer for Cars 3. So as you can see, you'd be wondering, is this the version with the black eyelets? No, and no, this is not a custom, actually. This racer, if you haven't know, which I put a picture up, but actually not put a picture, but actually, as you can see, this version was before this one. So when this came out, it had black eyelets instead of the promo pictures, like I showed a picture right, like this. So that was Mattel's era. But we've seen this before a couple times with some next gens as well, which we'll talk about that a little into that next gen's review. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But anywho, like I said, Ponchy Wipeout, of course, he had an era, and when he was in that race to win Wipeout that was with Lane Locke, which I don't have. He did have the yellow rims, of course, in that pack. I think in the singles he did have yellow rims as well. Either yellow rims and black rims you can get. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, but yeah. So I got this guy in that race, not race to win, but it was in that 2019 11 pad that featured China Cam. A release of Barely Pedal, of course. So yeah, so this was like, and of course card collection, which we'll talk about that review shortly in his own review. Anywho, enough rambling. Let's show some picture where he appeared in Cars 3, of course. Like I said, I'll put a picture of his Cars 1 counterpart. Which I don't know how he got into that body buck, into this body buck, but of course we can show his Cars 3 counterpart as well. It'll be hard to show it'll be hard to show because he's very hard to find in Cars 3 in his scenes. But I'll try to find some pictures, some good shots of where he appeared. And of course he did get replaced finally all these years he's been racing in Pixar Cup by Paul Conrad, who is the next gen racer of Bumper Save, of course. And I know a lot of people like that version as well, because we'll talk about his review, because that guy looks fantastic. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's just get onto his review. So like I said, this guy looks amazing. As you can see, he does share some color variation from his other era counterpart, which we'll talk about in those two comparisons in their own video, of course. As you can see bumper save and in 3D, and you can see some shadow behind it too as well, a shadow blur. As you can see, we've seen this expression a couple times, but they kind of switch it up with this expression. We've seen this a lot of this body buck of cow weathers onto a lot of these stock cars. So yeah, and we've seen this a couple times with certain next gens as well, I think. No, actually, yeah, kind of. I don't know. Yeah, but the newer ones. But anyway, you can see his grill right here. You can see 90 on the bottom, of course, which I really do like this expression. You can see it's like a red, white. It's like a turquoise blue, a white and a red, and of course it has a baby blue, of course, which it looks really cool. His designs get crazier. And you can see on the side, you can see Lightyear on the side right here. You can see he got yellow rims with some Lightyear tires, which was the older version, of course. As you can see, his concentric sponsors, you can see Pixar Cup, Violently Revolting, RPM, Nitro Aid, Octagate, and Clutch A, of course. You can see the arrow to the red arrow on the bottom to indicate, pit crews to lift him up and change tires and give him some gas, of course. You can see his exhaust, which looks fantastic. So he got on both sides. So yeah, we'll talk about that shortly. I think the Bobby Swiss version only has on the left side, and then the Brickyard version has on the right side, and then the Cal Weather Body Buck versions have both on each side. So it's kind of good, really good. I didn't know, I was almost forgot. But anyway, you can see 90 in the middle. Of course, in red, it has a white font on it with some black outlines on it as well. You can see he got some crazy designs, like really crazy designs, and it goes into the back, of course, and it comes around. As you can see, this roof, I really do like this baby blue. It reminds me of that candy Dum Dums. It's a Connie candy blue, my bad. Of course, you can see the 90, of course, with the same thing as the size, of course. As you can see bumper save is in white. So the other version has it in cream white. So this version looks even better in hand. Anyway, you can see on the back, you can see bumper save. You can see the $sign right here for the S, and you can see the camera here to indicate for racers to take shots of racing. And you can see on the bottom it has 90 right here, of course. You can see bumper save with the S for the $sign, of course. The same side before, same side, and same side as the hood. And you can see his other side as well if you're really interested. Of course, nothing too crazy. And yeah. So here's the base if you're really interested. Like I said, this was made in China. So 2019. So this is crazy. We're so glad we got this because Mattel knew they messed up. So they gave us a hype version for this one. I know a lot of people are so excited to have this one because, man, like how you gonna mess up on a perfect? And Pixar gave you the source and you messed it up. But anywho, here we got Cal Weathers, who shared, Ponchy shared this body book as this version of Cal Weathers. Like I said, in this roller coaster of this Cal Weathers body book, Dee's expression looks different. And only Cal Weathers have, and by the way, Cal Weathers only has this unique expression that only goes for him. For the rest, they're a little dissimilar to each other, which we can show it a little bit. But if you went on my Instagram page and you saw my Disney Pixar cars, 3 stock cars, you can see as that. You can see it's a little similar to each other. But here's a quick comparison between these two, which look so amazing together. Anywho, I forgot to tell that his Diecast release, he did appear as a China and Thailand release as well. And yeah, so that's about it. Nothing too crazy, but I think he got released again. But anyway, that would be it for Ponchy Wipeout's review. Let me know who is your favorite bumper save racer of all time in the Cars universe, and let me know if this guy's a pickup. Is it a pickup? But I don't know if you can find it in China. You'd be very lucky to find this in China than Thailand, because the Thailand version looks so bad. But yeah, that will be it for Ponchy's Wipeout review. But yeah, this is TCB Toys out with another bang video.